tonight from BGI Television. First, the headlines. Tinubu orders immediate upgrade of Luth, 15 others. EU to invest 37 million euros in Nigeria's power sector, ambassador. Nigerian army intercept trucks transporting cement to Cameroon. Reduce cost of cement, lift ban on Ibeto, IPOD tells Tinubu. Police arrest suspected kidnappers, recover AK-47 in Kaduna. Falana to Tinubu reject IMF's pressure to increase prices of fuel and electricity. Nigeria to benefit from $50 million UN food grant. And on sports, PSG target Osimhen as Mbappe replacement. I am Morire Rabila Lawal, the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the immediate upgrade of 16 health institutions across all 6 geopolitical zones in the country. The president directed that the infrastructure and equipment of the institutions should be immediately upgraded. The institutions include the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Surulere, and the Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Zaria. Among them are 6 teaching hospitals mapped for the establishment of oncology and nuclear medicine centers per facility, all to be delivered within 12 to 18 months. The statement is titled, President Tinubu approved immediate upgrade of 6 health infrastructure across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones. Aside from Luth and Abuth, the 4 other teaching hospitals are the University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Edo State, University of Nigeria Nsukka Teaching Hospital, Enugu State Federal Teaching Hospital, Katsina University of Jos Teaching Hospital, and Plateau State. Moving on to the next story. The European Union says it is set to invest 37 million euros into Nigeria's power sector. The EU aid of mission in Nigeria, Ambassador Samuela Isopi, said this when she visited the Minister of Power, Mr. Adebayo Adelabu, on Friday in Abuja. She was accompanied by the new head of cooperation of the EU, Mr. Luca Massimo, and Mr. Godfrey Ogbemudia, Program Manager on Energy. Isopi said that the money was apart from the about 200 million euro grants invested in the sector since 2008. Speaking on the EU's various intervention programs in the power sector, the envoy said that the current support would cover small hydropower and solar for health care facilities. Other areas to be covered in the current intervention are the rural electrification with isolated and interconnected mini-grids projects, circular economy. Isopi also used the opportunity to invite the minister to an upcoming inauguration of 2 projects funded by the EU and implemented by United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO. Responding, the minister received the ambassador in company of his chief technical advisor, Mr. Adebayo Olawoni, expressed appreciation to the EU for the support it has been giving the sector. Adelabu said that more support was needed to address the enormous challenges in the sector. Troops of the Nigerian Army intercepted trucks allegedly transporting banned goods to the Republic of Cameroon. The trucks loaded with 650 kg bags of cement each were on Friday displayed to journalists at the headquarters of the Nigeria Police in Yola, the Adamawa State capital. Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Fintiri has issued an executive order banning the transportation of building materials across the country's border through Adamawa route. The spokesperson for the governor and Adamawa State Police Command, Umwashi Wonosiko and SP Suleiman Ungoroje, respectively, while jointly displaying the vehicles, told journalists that the trucks were intercepted a few kilometers from Jemtari, a border village between Nigeria and Cameroon. The indigenous people of Biafra IPOD has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to lift the ban on Ibeto cement and reduce the cost of cement in the country. The group made it known in a statement by its spokesperson, Emma Powerful, today. IPOD noted that Boa and Dangote cement have been favored by the Nigerian government, saying that Ibeto Group was selling cement at a very low price. The group back then, prices of cement and other building materials were very affordable because of competition. Even civil and public servants with low minimum wages were able to build houses. But as soon as Ibeto and others were pushed out of business, the price of cement started soaring out of the reach of the common man. Currently, a bag of cement is sold for almost 12,000 naira, while 12 of iron rod is sold at 13,000 naira. These prices are outrageous because capitalists have the backings of the federal government through monopoly to rip people off. If care is not taken, many Nigerians will become homeless in the next 5 years, while the capitalists will keep making more money. A suspected 35-year-old kidnapper has been arrested by operative of Kaduna Police Command attached to the Commissioner of Police Monitoring Unit and recovered AK-47 rifle in Kagarko local government area of the state. The command spokesperson ASP Mansur Hassan in a statement explained the suspect was arrested on February 12, 2024 at 1 p.m. or thereabout, while the suspect and operatives acted on credible intel and swiftly moved into action. The said suspect, 35-year-old Adamusho Aibo of Dumela village in Kagarko LGA of Kaduna State, is a member of a bandit group terrorizing villages within and around Jere. An AK-47 rifle was recovered from the suspected kidnapper. Meanwhile, the discreet investigation is ongoing as concerted efforts have been made to arrest the other members of his gang. Thereafter, the suspect will be charged to court for prosecution. The Chairman Alliance on Surviving COVID-19 and Beyond, ASCEBI, Femi Falana, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reject the advice of the International Monetary Fund (IMF) to increase the prices of fuel and electricity in Nigeria. Falana made this known in a statement personally signed and sent. While disclosing a contrast advice given to UK Chancellor Jeremy Hunt against cutting taxes by the IMF, Falana warned Tinubu to flatly reject IMF anti-subsidy campaign in Nigeria. The minister also said that, but for political reasons and empathy, you cannot cause additional burden on Nigerians. Sometimes in November 2023, the Minister of Power, Bayo Adilabu, said that President Bola Tinubu stopped the implementation of a hike in electricity tariff and insisted that subsidy be paid on power consumed nationwide. Adilabu said then, tariffs should have been raised months back, but Mr. President said until we can achieve regular and incremental power supply, we can't touch the tariff. In the same vein, February 8, 2024, the Nigerian State Oil Company, the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation Limited, said that it had no plans to raise petrol prices after a second devaluation of the local naira currency in less than a year, following speculation that it could increase prices to recover some of its import costs. From that story, we go to the foreign story. Nigeria, among others, will benefit from a $50 million grant donated to the United Nations World Food Programme by the government of Japan. A statement by the WFP said beneficiaries of the grant are 20 countries, mostly in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East, adding that the fund would help countries in serious economic crisis and those ravaged by conflict and extreme weather. Some of the countries to benefit from the supplementary funding include Afghanistan, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Djibouti, Haiti, Jordan, Liberia, Mali, Yemen, Niger, Nigeria, Palestine, Rwanda, Somalia, South Sudan, Uganda, Ukraine, and Yemen. The WFP said it welcomed Japan's grant at a time of unprecedented funding shortage, adding that the contribution will enable it to assist vulnerable populations affected by conflict, extreme weather, and economic crisis. Japan has consistently been one of the WFP's top donors. And lastly, sports. Victor Osimhen is considered one of the top candidates to replace Kylian Mbappe at PSG. The 25-year-old is expected to leave the French champions on a free transfer at the conclusion of the season, after years of speculation about a move to Real Madrid. Los Blancos remain the favorite to sign the France captain, despite reports that the two parties have yet to reach an agreement. PSG is already thinking about the future, and according to The Athletic, Napoli forward strongman Osimhen is one of the front runners to replace Mbappe at the Parc des France. The Nigerian international will help the Super Eagles reach the Africa Cup of Nations final. He is a frequent target despite signing a contract extension until 2026 in December. Osimhen, 25, reportedly has a 112 million euros release clause in his new contract, which PSG would be happy to activate if Mbappe's Ivory did not strain their resources. The Napoli striker has developed into one of Europe's most lethal strikers in recent years, following up a tally of 26 goals in 32 Serie A appearances last season with 7 in 13 this season. With that sports story, we've come to the end of today's world news. Before we go, some headlines. Tinubu orders immediate upgrade of Luth, 15 others. EU to invest 37 million euros in Nigeria's power sector, ambassador. Nigeria Army intercept trucks transporting cement to Republic of Cameroon. Reduced cost of cement, lift ban on Ibeto, IPOP tells Tinubu. We also brought to you, police arrest suspected kidnapper, recover AK-47 in Kaduna. Another talk to the president, Falana to Tinubu rejects IMF's pressure to increase prices of fuel, electricity. Moving on to the foreign for tonight. Nigeria to benefit from 50 million euros UN food grant. And on sports, PSG target Osimhen as Mbappe replacement in case he joins Real Madrid after his expiration of his contract. For update of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Babambagede Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. Juma Mofida to all faithful Muslims all around the world. I am Mowire Babila Lawal.